Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for our co-main event. It is scheduled for 12 rounds, and it will be for the vacant British Heavyweight Championship. Brought to you by Frank Warren on behalf of Queensberry, in association with Boxer, along with their great sponsors, Riyadh Season, 32 Red, That Prize Guy, and Unibet. It is sanctioned by the British Boxing Board of Control, steward in charge, Charles Giles, timekeeper, Chris O'Connor. Our three judges assigned will be Howard Foster, John Latham, and Darren Sargenson. Our referee in charge, third man in the ring, will be Ron Kearney. Introducing to you first, fighting tonight out of the red corner. He comes to the ring wearing gold and green and weighed in officially at 254.9 pounds. Coming to us from Tottenham, London, England, he brings a professional record of 8 wins, just 1 defeat. 5 of his 8 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the current IBO International Heavyweight Champion, Jamie TKV Shakibov. And his opponent across the ring in this championship contest, fighting tonight out of the blue corner. He comes to the ring wearing green and red and weighed in officially at 239.13 pounds. Hailing from Ladbroke Grove, London, England, he brings a professional record of 13 wins, just 1 defeat. 12 of his 13 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the hard-hitting former WBO European champion and current English heavyweight champion, Big D, Adeleye.
David. Okay, gentlemen, you've had your instructions in the changing room. You know what I expect. Keep it clean. No punching on the back of the head, no punching in the kidneys. Okay? No hitting and holding. Keep it tidy. Touch gloves, come out boxing on the bell.
They just about touch gloves. Menacing looks, friendly fire, turned to flipping tables. And now the verbal exchanges are done, and the truth will be in the ring. David Adeleye and Jamie TKV, they've sparred so much in the past. Now they lock horns where it really matters. And as Darren was saying, the British heavyweight title on the line. Famous, venerable old belt, the Lonsdale Gold. They want to get hold of the two of them. TKV will be looking for a fast start behind that jab, and he's got to be careful of Adeleye's power early.
Yeah, Adeleye can really whack 12 KOs on his record, but temperament is going to be so important here. They're going to have to listen to their team. They're going to have to control the way they're feeling. Bad blood, obviously, going into this contest, so get the feints going at the knife from TKV, get the jab popping out, then the right hand will follow. Both can fight, both can box. Lots of pedigree between the two of them.
Ron Kearney, the referee, already involved. We saw John Latham just letting the super lightweights get on with it earlier, but these two heavyweights, they know each other so well, Barry. How much of a factor is that?
It will be, because some of your good habits or your bad habits have been exposed before, so you can train for that and work off that. But TKV, he dips low and throws a jab from a crouch, which works for him, and it gets him sliding the distance quite effectively. Because Adeleye, even though he likes to walk you down, he likes you to throw first. So if TKV don't get that first jab correct, then he's a sitting duck. He's just a target for Adeleye to explode onto. So he has to be aggressive, but he has to get it right.
Crafty with that right hand as well, TKV. We've yet to see it yet, but he really slings it in wide. Usually gets around the guard of his opponents, but Adeleye, I think there's a bit more accuracy in his shots. He's a bit more well-schooled, I'd say. Sharper.
There's a jab from TKV, who's got the weight advantage in there, but Adeleye more experience and tries to get the uppercut going. Adam Booth in that blue corner of David Adeleye, giving him some instructions and a round of applause. You've got Barry Smith and Ben Davidson in the red corner. It's quality all around the ring. What will we get inside it?
You can see Adeleye just waiting to make the TKV to make that mistake.
Yeah, it was nice that he slipped inside it. I think it grazed the target, that left uppercut, but I like the way he's thinking, Adeleye. He's looking to come over that jab, whether it be on the outside or inside.
Just need to throw his jab of his own there, Adeleye. Just trying to force TKV to explode. And TKV just got to stay low. Got to slide into distance from a smaller target.
Yep, told off there. No rabbit punches, back of the head. Keep it nice and clean. Not been a great deal in this opening round. Just trying to get set, the pair of them.
Joe. His legs are awful, his legs are terrible. So this time, don't let him anything when he looks like that. Keep taking that picture. Just make it constantly. Pose that step and then take it, alright? I want to step back with that leg. I'll do it,
And there is Adam Booth in David Adeleye's corner. A wise and excellent trainer, of course, guided David Hay to world heavyweight glory. And Adeleye with a really positive and smart trainer in his corner. But the red corner and the team of Ben Davidson and Barry Smith are well, red hot as well. It's fantastic to see, and wonder what the tactics are. They just know each other, these two, and they're negating well, rhythm really at the beginning.
Yeah, that's exactly what we see in that opening round, and I think that that's where the lead hand, the jab's so important. Everything will follow. I've said it time and time again, but I also believe in this current age of the heavyweight division, tempo and work rate is important. You can't be lazy, you can't be sloppy, and I think a bit more urgency. Look, it's still early, but I'd like to see someone grab hold of the pace of this contest.
You've just seen the Booth influence there from Adeleye, just a little twitch of the shoulders. He trains his fights out, that little low left hand to encourage you to come forward, and then to a little twitch and explode into a combination or a heavy shot. And that's obviously he go to the Solomon Taker so impressively, using that for the faster twitchy movements that Booth instills into his fighters.
I was just about to say that, Barry, coming off that really good win, that blowout of Solomon Dakers, who was undefeated at the time, and TKV, a different sort of win last time out against Michael Webster. Had a few troubles, but came through in 9 rounds. Hasn't always shown TKV, but he's been difficult to budge, difficult to shift. He's a very solid heavyweight. He's trying to get that jab going now.
But again, he's dipping his legs before he throws it, and that's important there, because that sort of just makes it harder there for Adeleye to really commit to that right hand. He has to chop down with it, which you lose a little bit of accuracy when you punch down.
He's got to keep doing what he's just done there as well. Look, the variation with the lead hand. He's shooting it from the hip, but he's dropping it to the body. You get a little reaction with the hands dropping. Then you can look at that right hand over the top.
That chopping right hand from TKV. Quite get his jab going here, David Adeleye, at the moment. And it's been messy too, first couple of rounds.
It's a really throw that right hand of his, Adeleye, with any real meaning, has he? Yeah, that's better.
Yep, first right hand really from Adeleye. Tries to whip in an uppercut. It just missed TKV, but that looked a hurtful punch.
Yeah, it tried to explode with the left hook as well. And even though those little twitchy movements are really impressive, and you can get real torque into your shots and acceleration of pace, for a big guy to do that constantly, he's going to tire the tank.
I think he stopped him from throwing the right hand, TKV, because how quick he is on the feet. I think he realises that if he throws the right hand and he misses, he's vulnerable.
A nice movement from TKV. Again, out of range with that jab, but not with the left hand there. Adeleye on the right as well. And a power shot at the end of the second round.
More jabs in the face, more face, then going in between. They start bringing the right hand in. Relax, yeah? You've got to maintain it, Jamie, yeah?
The only time he can build momentum off his jab and look like he tries over there, is when you lose the initiative with your jab and feints. So body up feints, body up jab, mix it up and down, every now and then, off that jab of the body, just sink the right hand in. Yeah?
If he's got the power shot, so you're going to have more jabs in his face, yeah? And face on it. That's breaking his timing, he doesn't know when to go. You must stick to it, be disciplined in it, yeah?
He doesn't stand in his face, guys, yeah? He's trying to run.
10 seconds! That's working.
Seconds out. Round 3.
The wonderful new Co-op Arena here in Manchester. What a fight city, but it's a battle of the Londoners. From Ladbroke Grove, West London, it's David Adeleye, and from Tottenham, it's Jamie TKV. Have you enjoyed the spicy build-up to this one?
Do you know what? I didn't expect it. Whether they knew each other, I thought it'd be respectful. Always felt that, you know, they'd give it everything in the ring. We're yet to really see this fight catch fire. But yeah, it took me by surprise, really. And I would say it wasn't made up. I could see the TKV looked wound up with Adeleye when he threw that table.
Just wasting a shot there, Adeleye. A little bit blind with it. He had the idea of what he wanted to do, but didn't really look at the target.
It was a big swing and a miss, wasn't it?
Yeah, I just think that little tip of the legs there of TKV is really working for him right now.
His jab, lovely sharp jab. The variation is keeping Adeleye thinking, guessing.
Well, Adeley's just going to let his hands go a little bit, that's all. We'll double up that jab if he can.
He's doing the hard thing. Those lovely slips on the inside and the outside, that's where you let your hand go.
See, he's just standing too tall when he throws that left hook there, Adeleye. So he's only a second off. Waiting for that.
He can't do that. Just a bit of frustration from Adeleye. Trying to clean it up, but TKV good with the jab. Maybe better on his feet. Adam Booth was telling David Adeleye that his feet are terrible, TKV, but he's boxing okay here.
I don't think his feet are bad at all, actually. You know, he glides in and out quite well.
You were saying it earlier, Barry, off mic, off camera, about that jab, the way he brings it up.
Yeah, he gets low and it makes it harder to hit him clean, and then he throws it upwards and it makes it hard to defend against those jabs that come through the middle. Little feint there from TKV as well, just trying to force Adeleye back a little bit. Adeleye off the ropes, you know, he's dangerous off the ropes as well with that right hand. He's just waiting a little bit too long for my liking here, Adeleye.
Playing possum here in the neutral corner. David Adeleye, they're not doing anything. TKV working harder.
But he dips the shoulders and throw that left hook, but then he just comes too tall when he lets it go, and that's why he's either going over the top or just slowing down a little bit. You've got to stay low when you throw and then extend at the very end of the shot.
He doesn't look, I like what he does when he slips inside and throws the left to the body, but I think as this jab keeps popping out from TKV, take the little head movement to the left as if you're going to throw the left to the body, but sling the right hand over the jab. Surprise TKV. Another lovely jab, though, from the North Londoner.
Yep, won this round well here, TKV. Adelaye's just not throwing enough here.
Yeah, I was going to say that. He's won it by not doing loads himself, my TKV. Just a little bit smarter with his work. Lovely jab there. Again, the foot and the hand working together in unison, just stepping in with the jab.
Yeah, smart game plan so far for Jamie TKV. Battle of the heavyweights, co-main event, and then this one, Filip Hrgović. Tall, terrific power, really good heavyweight who came through and then was upset by Daniel Dubois. He was favourite to win that fight, but he just sort of folded and Dubois came on strong, didn't he? Brilliant win for Dubois. Yep, look who's in his corner, Darren.
Yeah, Mr. Sanchez knows his boxing inside out. Guided Golovkin, didn't he, all the way? And this is a must-win for Filip Hrgović, must-win for Joe Joyce. An awful lot on the line.
Yep, Abel Sanchez, part of the Golovkin team for many years, and many other world champions under his belt. Was with Ronnie Shields. Hrgović had a little move. Will that pay off against Joe Joyce? A little bit later, first British heavyweight title action and a belt on the line here. A vacant one, the 28-year-old in the green with a long pink socks. David Adeleye in with Jamie TKV, who's 31, 3 years older. Not as much professional experience, but he's winning this so far.
Yeah, and I'd keep doing what you're doing. If I'm honest, he's frustrating Adeleye. We see, you know, in the last round where he's hit him when the referee said break, just keep moving. It's down to Adeleye now to nullify this footwork. Bring your feet in, go again, a step.
But he knows he has the power, Adeleye. That's so. In this weight division more than any other, you can afford to wait for the right time to let your hands go. But just gotta be a little bit careful. That's all. You don't wait too long.
To quote you, Barry, the arrogance of a puncher.
Yeah, like I know. I had it as well.
You did in the first round against Acelino Freitas, but not for long, Barry.
Not for long, mate.
Into the fourth here, TKV. He's got 5 knockouts in his 8 wins, just 1 defeat. That was on cuts. So really, both of them deserve this opportunity. And so many top heavyweights watching on. You look over there with Frank and George Warren, flanked by Daniel Dubois, Moses Atama, Dillian White, Fabio Wardley. Great stable, great times.
Yeah, and what that presents is opportunity. And a win is so important. Just missing with the right hand, both of them there. Oh, the left hook.
And tries the right hand over the top as well. And TKV with a nod to say, OK, come on then.
Better from Adeleye. Still getting too tall with it, though. He got a little bit smaller there with the tap. Stayed a little bit lower. Some more accuracy in that left hook. But he's got to get his jab into play here. He does like to be reacting and be on counter punch, even when he's walking forward. But it's not working for him right now.
Yeah, the short punches from Adeleye. Can't quite execute them. Just looks at Adam Booth there in the blue corner. Yeah, where is that jab, Darren?
Well, look, you mentioned Adam Booth there. If you were to ask either corner, well, ask me whose corner would be happier, I would say TKV for sure. You know, he's stopping Adeleye from working with this footwork, the jab. It's a little lazy, Adeleye. Like, see him just roll the dice. And look, it is still early, but so much power in that right hand, Adam, but yet to really let it go.
Just got a jab going for the first real time there. David Adeleye, one back from TKV. Not much in these rounds, but I'll tell you who's around, and it's our man Charlie Parsons. Out and about, Charlie.
And Ryan is drinking a beer. Ryan is on his phone. How are we, Geese? I've been told to come and have a conversation with you, which means you're very important.
Excellent. What made you say that?
I just get the vibe. The way you drink your beer, you look like an important man. We're in here for the boxing tonight. Looking forward to a good night of action?
100%. 100%. I don't know who I want to win, to be honest. I think Joe Joyce, but I prefer an underdog, so we'll see.
What's going on in the day in the life for you? You're enjoying boxing.
Yeah.
What's this week entailed for you, my friend?
This week, I mean, I've been filming with a guy named Stephen Trice. That's the man I work for. Just been making some sick sketches. Yeah.
6 sketches. All right, my friend, have a good night at the boxing and enjoy many a beer this evening. Good man, thank you very much.
Brian Locke, good to hear from him, and Charlie Parsons Great to hear from him as ever. Infectious to be around, Charlie. As are you, Darren and Barry.
Ah, stop it. I'll give you that £20 later, Ad.
We need a little bit more action, don't we, in this, to be fair?
Yeah, it hasn't been the great. But you get this with heavyweights sometimes, though. Sometimes they're not as accurate, and because there is a fear of taking a big shot and going to sleep, then you don't want to take too many risks. But it's TKV's winning the rounds, I feel. So it's on Adeleye to really make the play here, and he has it in the locker.
He certainly does have that power. If he can detonate, and he tried there with the left hook. He's promised a knockout, and he's promised a spectacular one. And he's going for it now, just starting to put more venom into his punches, planting those feet gripping into the canvas. And TKV's got to be a little bit careful here.
He's short on the arc on that left hook there, Adeleye. That's why he was landing on target. But still, don't slow down now. Keep pushing the pressure on. You come up with a bit more intent.
Yeah, the pressure was better at the start of this 5th round. Keep it going. Put the right hand on the end of that left hook.
See how few punches Adeleye has landed in this, and TKV much the busier. But the power shots with Adeleye, we know that. TKV boxing well, just got to keep sensible and keep him at distance, really, doesn't he?
Well, I tell you what, through 4 rounds, you would have expected Adeleye to have thrown more than 9 power shots. There's another one there. That's better with the right hand.
Took it well, though, TKV, and then used the ropes there just to lean back and take the sting out of the shot. What he's doing well, Adeleye, TKV, he's just throwing that jab, and he's not doing any work after. He's getting close to the target, not allowing Adeleye to work.
Big goal for there from David Adeleye. After he threw a couple of those combinations. And good work with the jab again from TKV.
Good little steps back there as well from TKV.
Maybe just one too many there, but I'd like to see him just take a step to his left or right. I don't want to be going back in straight lines, but it certainly is frustrating, Adeleye.
Could have stopped Adeleye from working. Yeah, you're right there, Darren.
He was here really early tonight, TKV. Very chilled out. Backstage, he's that sort of a character. Lovely guy to be around. Adeleye as well with that big smile. There's something that Frank Warren can do with these guys. Who's going to prevail and become the British champion? It's a huge opportunity on this big show.
A lot of confidence oozing from TKV at the minute. Nice ribbon with the jab, little skip in his step.
I tell you what, he's blaming TKV there, but the forearm of Adeleye is constantly in the face there of TKV, all the time. Again there, it's on the blind side of the referee, but...
Get that head out! Take the head out! Books!
That jab's been a real weapon tonight, TKV. It's an unusual jab for a heavyweight, but it's been effective. Ron Kearney with a lot of work to do, the referee. Sticks his tongue out, TKV, into the blue corner.
Nice deep breath.
He's slipped. Okay. His head was blinding me. On his body, I don't. His head though.
Stay calm, you're fine. You can handle this pressure. You can hear Adam, you're fine.
Yeah, Adam Boone not happy there. Maybe used to the shoulder from TKV.
Nothing's wrong, yeah? He don't know what's going on. He don't know what's going on. He's fighting on everything.
Consistency. Consistency.
He doesn't know what's going on. Well, seems a lot calmer in that corner.
Yeah, he does. And I'm not sure if it was Adeleye indicating that there's some grease or something on the body of TKV, and it's making him... Yeah, I'm not too sure what it was that he was... Oh, what a punch from David Adeleye! He's there! It's the power! Can he get up from that? TKV looks at his corner. Can he fight on? Oh, the legs have gone.
doesn't really know where he is here. TKV, he's getting a little bit of extra time, but David Adeleye could be on the verge of the brutal knockout. He promised. It's all Adeleye now. Left hand, TKV down for the second time. And he's again looking at his corner. The count's at 5. The eyes are in orbit. The legs are not there. The fight's going to be stopped here, I think. Can he go on? No. David Adeleye becomes the British heavyweight champion. And after being outboxed, the boys called it. The power he has can be detonated. And a rise, he's a British champion. And what a shot to start it all off.
And the punching each other through all like that, and if you get it wrong, and the height wrong, the timing wrong, when he threw it, and a connected flush, it was a great shot. It really was.
He's complaining in the corner there, Barry Smith, saying the referee said break. Ben Davison shaking his head, looking at us here.
Well, Barry Smith saying the call break. Ron Kearney, he's shaking his head, the referee's not having it. There's a hoopla going on in the corner, the red corner, very disappointed.
Interesting to see that back. Oh, this is the finish of the referee steps in here.
That was the second knockout.
Yeah, let's see here, look, the referee.
Oh, he's touched his hand. I tell you what, though, they got a proper shout there.
They've got a point.
He's touched the fighter's hand.
He touched the fighter's hand, and the left hook came in. Well, controversy here. Ben Davison right behind us, and there was the shot that did the damage. But was Ron Kearney's arm in there, telling them to break?
No, but whatever he says, he grabs the glove and pushes it away. You can't do that. You can't. That gives literally Adeleye a free shot. You can't just push the glove away from the opponent. I mean, what Adeleye does after is good work, but up to that point, you can't. No, even if I think TKV was holding on, that's fair enough, and he might have said stop and break.
Right behind us at ringside. Ben Davison and the whole team are watching the replays, and they cannot believe what they've seen. David Adeleye got the job done when TKV was hurt, but should he have been allowed to get away with that? And a rematch to look forward to. May 17th, it's Johnny Fisher and Dave Allen. They do it all over again. The controversy in Riyadh. And Saturday the 17th, live on the zone. A fabulous rematch of the controversy. And the questions still, well, they echo out at ringside. He's the British heavyweight champion, David Adeleye, and it will be official, but Barry Smith going mad, and there will be an inquest here.
Yeah, controversial ending there. Not a fan when referees pull their hand away, but yeah, there's going to be a lot of talking points here.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is the official time. 55 seconds of round number 6. Our referee in charge, Ron Kearney, waves off the contest. Therefore, your winner by way of technical knockout, and now the British heavyweight champion, Big D, David